What's up everybody, welcome to the race recap of Velocity Online Racing at Texas Motor Speedway. We got Ryland Dewsbury on the pole, but at the race start he touches the grass on the infield and spins out straight away. Luckily for everybody else, no caution came out, so everybody can just keep fighting for positions into turn 1 for the race start. And Oscar Fredriksson takes over the lead, as he is now under pressure right away into turns 3 and 4. Of, I believe, Joel Fletcher, who is new in the league, making his debut today. And as you can see on the inside, getting by another car there. Now going into turns 1 and 2 once again, and in the back of the pack you can see people battling out for position as well as the front. Oscar still under pressure, and we got Joel going high here. The momentum does seem to be there. One thing we need to mention though, the setup is very tricky to drive under race conditions. Qualifying should have been easy flat for most people. It will be in the race as well, but after lap 4 really the aero push and understeer in general will kick in, especially when following another car. So it is going to make an interesting race, but the best driver should be able to come through and get up front of the pack. But you can see Jewel taking the lead right here from Oscar, and that's going to be his first lap leading in this league. But going to lap 3 now, and you can see Tyler Bloom getting high, and I think he just about missed the wall, but Jabarilla Garcia had to avoid him, and he goes over the grass, and also his car gets upset quite a bit over the grass, just like Ryland at the start. And he's gonna spin out on the apron here, taking a little too much speed, and that's gonna bring out the first caution on lap 6 of the race. Now going to the restart on board with Jamie Jenkins, driving his final race in the league. Unfortunately leaving because the season 2 schedule doesn't really fit his schedule. So yeah, we would like to thank him and everybody else so far for racing with us this season. But Jamie sliding down the inside of I believe Gary Gotso there, not really having a great race for the Rock Car Racing team there, the number 51 of Gary. But a lap later now, you can see Montgomery making some moves around here, going around the outside of another car here, and that's another position gained from him, for him. So far it seems that the people at the front are settling down a little bit so far. As you could quickly see, a spoiler of the race results there, wasn't really intended, but lap 12, Tyler Bloom gets really loose there off of turn 2, but manages to catch it, no caution, no incidents, nothing happened there, so all good. But a few laps later, unfortunately for Sean Stevens, coming out of turn 4, hitting the wall and losing quite a lot of speed. And that might have been the cause for a caution. We'll find out in a minute. No caution. And then now skipping to lap 27. This is Oscar making moves on... Who is it? It might have been Jewel actually. Yes it is. So Oscar taking back the lead. Now going to lap 39, 12 laps later. Scott Radcliffe getting really loose off of turn 2 as well. And he spins off into the inside wall, bringing out the caution. And as mentioned before, the setup being really tricky, driver's focus really has to be on keeping it clean and keeping it on the track. But under that caution everybody pitted, so it's going to be a fair fight from now. Green flag is back out again, and we are racing once again at Texas Motor Speedway. We got 80 laps to go still. So all to play for. Oscar still in the lead, but that draft really kicks in at the moment. It's 3 wide into turn 1. That's Max Davies on the inside, I believe. And Joel Fletcher getting around the outside of him there. And there's Julien Altena coming as well on the outside of Oscar. 2 by 2 by almost 2 again. And Max Davis did lose a little bit of momentum there, so Jewel takes back the lead. Julien Altena on the high side now. Also making moves, getting into P2. Gonna mention also a couple of people, including Julien, have made some strategy calls earlier on in the race to take fresh tyres at every caution, and it seems to be paying off for him so far. But a couple laps later, once again, Sean Stephens hitting the wall for the second time, and it's a pretty severe hit, and that's gonna be the race over for him there. He tried to keep it moving and get it back to the pits, but the suspension was too damaged and he couldn't really do anything there anymore, so unfortunately for him, out of the race. Caution came out, green flag is back out once again on lap 63. About halfway through in the race now, so pretty fast race so far despite the cautions. And Jewel leads his first restart in league and does a pretty good job at it. And Oscar trying to put Jewel under pressure. And Jewel going high, Oscar down low. The momentum does seem to be there at the restarts, and Oscar is making full use of that. He's going down the inside here, and it should be a relatively easy move to make. We can see Ryland coming back as well. Of course, after that incident at the start, he's really been trying to work his way back up to the front and doing a good job at it, but the caution came out again, and this is why 3 wide on the backstretch between Jabarillo Garcia, Jimmy Jenkins, and another car I can't really tell, but Jimmy Jenkins and Jabarillo Garcia made contact into turn 3, and unfortunately for both of them, their race is now over. Jamie might be able to continue, but in all honesty, there isn't really much point in doing so because his car is severely damaged. But lap 70, green flag back out, and the field once again heading for turns 1 and 2. And from here, the draft is going to be kicking in. Jewel Fletcher going around the outside here, up to the high lane, and also some people in the back making moves. But we are really focusing on the front right here. Still going side by side up front. And Ryland Dewsbury is just chilling in the back, trying to await a good opportunity to take the lead. And Jewel does seem to like that high line, but the momentum still on the inside line for Oscar Fredriksson, who now takes the lead for sure. And Julien Altena got his way back into P3 as well, after being one of the few cars who pitted under that last yellow. And he is now going to try to take advantage of Jewel having the dirty air of Oscar. So it's 3 wide into turn 3. Turn 2, sorry. Now up to turn 3. Julia sliding down low, getting past Jewel there. Also having a look at Oscar. And this pack is really bunched up closely together. As you can see, everybody in the back really settling in, but the guys at the front are still going at it. And here comes Julien on the high side. Oscar defends the inside line. And from now the tire wear should be kicking in, so Julien goes around the outside clean, also getting helped a little bit by Oscar getting on the apron, which really upset his car. And it's pretty much a miracle that he managed to save that, by the way, so good job to him. But going to laps 100 to 110, everybody making their final pit stops. You can see everybody pulling into the turn 3 pit entry right there. And this really has been the only threat to Julien's race here. Getting sucked towards the wall. A little bit of damage, but we only got 5 laps to go. Julien has a huge gap of around 6 to 7 seconds, which is huge for Texas Motor Speedway standards. But across the start-finish line, Julien Altena wins for Team Shake and Bake, and they also wrap up the constructors, or the team standing should I say. So congratulations to Ryan Kerrigan, Sean Stephens and Julien on wrapping that title up. That's been it from me. Next week Ken Jr. should be back for the Kentucky 300k, so we look forward to watching his race recaps once again. For now, thanks everybody for watching, and we hope to see you next week for Kentucky.